Okay, right, good morning everyone. Welcome back to the channel and this week's video. This is the start of our 9 weeks out vlog. Today is Monday. I have taken the weekend off just to regather myself. I didn't really feel too much like filming. However, I did get some of the important parts to put on the overlay of this intro. So, Saturday, we weighed in 88.6 kilos, which is a 0.6 drop from last week. And Brad decided to run 2 high days over the weekend and take weight both Sunday morning and this morning, which I will take you through as the weekend progresses in terms of what I'm going to talk to you about. Saturday is obviously a non-training day, but I still did my cardio up 5 minutes, 45 in the morning and 20 post-workout, so a bit later on in the day on my non-training days. Apologies for the cotton mouth, I haven't had anything to drink yet as I just got off the scale. I'll show you some of my checking photos, looking a lot tighter, everything's coming in. My upper body's starting to match the condition in my legs. It's just my glutes and my lower glute to ham tying that is lacking behind a little bit still, but it is coming along quite nicely, noticeably so over the past week and over this weekend as well. So yeah, medium day, this has all been changed as well. My low days have been dropped a couple of 100 calories, 200 to 300, and same with my medium days, a good 200 to 300 calories. Taking some of the fats out of my meal one on the medium days, no whole eggs, they're still in meal one of my low day though. 5 grams off of my rice in my pre-workout meal. The secret dextrin's been changed to rice cakes, which I've made rice cakes whey paste and made like a sandwich out of that. It tastes beautiful, like a poor man's Rice Krispie treat. 15 grams out of my post-workout meal after that shake, so the jasmine rice, 15 grams out of that, from 80 to 65. And then one of the chicken and green beans meals, and that second chicken and green beans meal has been changed just to 40 grams of whey, which I mix up into like a little sludge and eat it just to give it a bit more sustenance. I won't take you through yesterday's quad workout now, as I'm just woken up. I just wanted to take you through some of Saturday and a few of the changes that have been made. I just didn't want to do it all at once, so I'm going to do that now, and I'll take you through the quads, maybe pre-workout before we go and hit shoulders, so I'll catch you then. Oh wait, before I go, Sunday morning was a 0.4 drop from 88.6 to 88.2, so we ran another medium day, which I just mentioned before, and then this morning another 0.4 drop, 88.6 to 88.2, Friday to Saturday, and then 88.2 to 87.8, which is a new low. Absolutely buzzing. I felt it this morning when I got off. I was like, has my waist gone? So I will catch you in a bit. I'm going to get some drink down me and go do my cardio. I'll see you in a bit. Right, so cardio is done. Obviously you would have seen before, 45 minutes in the AM, 20 minutes post-workout, 12,000 steps still. Food's obviously down, I spoke to you about that before. I just had my 40 grams of oats in my meal one, and it felt like as soon as I put my spoon through it, it was done. But I'm just out running errands before I go and train. I brought my meal two with me, but first I'm going to talk you through, obviously, yesterday's quad workout. I was not strong at all. It was just one of them days, and it hits home a bit more when it's legs, because legs is what I pride myself on, my leg strength, my quality of leg session. So I lost a rep on the leg extension, but it felt a lot harder. Every rep felt like it was the last rep. So I'm just going to reset that and really take the tempos to a new level, really exaggerate that and just work with that and use that as my progressions in going forward through the rest of prep, because yeah, the power, the strength as well as the endurance was just not there, and I think it's going to be something that's going to be trending through the next couple of weeks, that's for sure. Hack squat, I got, as you'll see on the screen, I got 5 with 1 assisted, down from 7 last week, and that just means I'm gonna drop it. So I usually go 2, 3, 4, 5 and then 6. What I'm going to do next week is do 2, 3, 3.5, 4 and 5.5 as my top set, and really focus on pausing at the bottom, really focusing on slowing down the tempo even more so, like I said with the leg extensions as well. I reset the pendulum. I haven't looked back. I was just so annoyed with that set that I didn't even look back to see what I got, but you'll see on the screen here how it went anyway. I dropped 20 kilos off, and I think I got the same reps as last week. I think it was around 7 reps, but I'm happy with it, the tempo I mean, so I'm just going to try and build on that next week, and along with the other 2 exercises being revamped, this is going to transform the session. Leg press, I dropped the weight from 9 to 7.5 plates, and I got max reps again. At this point I was just so empty. I felt like I had nothing, and I felt a bit like nauseous and dizzy, if I'm being honest, and just nothing left to give. But I then dropped to 6 plates for my 30 rep rest pause, and that went really well. And you'll see the pump pictures on the screen after I've shown you the 2 exercises, and they look really good. I was really happy with them. I know I did them blurry. It kind of just sums up how yesterday went for me. But that is that. So today, meal 2. We've got, check it out, still rolling, all good in the hood. chicken, rice and green beans, nothing to write home about. 220 grams of cooked weight chicken breast, 100 grams of green beans, and 40 grams of raw weight jasmine rice. So literally chicken and beans with a tickle of rice. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention last week that I bought a rice cooker, another one, a new one, and the rice comes out as a sheet. No more bashing through the rice on a broken rice cooker. I thought they were well expensive. It's like £16, so that was a win for last week. But yeah, hold on, let me screw this up. Literally, like I said, I'll bring you in the littlest bit of rice and then chicken and beans. That is that, and I'll catch you when we're back from Delts to talk you through how that went and anything else that goes on today. Sweet. Okay, right everyone, what is going on? We are back from our arms and hamstring session. I didn't get any clips, but I'll show you my one pressing movement from Delts yesterday. After Sunday and my drop in strength and just the hit that I took to my training and my drive to train, I decided that I'm going to reset everything, all the numbers back to baseline, slow everything down, make sure I'm maximising my execution and really look to progress my training in that sense, as opposed to just solely getting stronger and maintaining strength to maintain the muscle tissue, as you can also maintain the muscle tissue by making sure you train close to that failure range anyway. So if I'm doing this in a different way that means I can still progress in some sense, that is probably the best way forward. It's probably the best way forward anyway. Yeah, that Atlantis press went well, but everything else I went lighter, I reset, I just focused on training. Same with the arm session, just reset everything and focus on training. I just buzzed through around that gym before I lost my pump. I try and find my pump shot of my biceps flex, I'll leave it there. Looked good, felt good. Hamstrings went really well. Like I said, reset everything. The only thing I didn't reset was the stiff legs, because they're still progressing. I'm still strong in those because they are a relatively new exercise to me. I did 120 by 10, which it felt crazy good. But I've just had my post-workout meal, I've had a shower. Although I am feeling dead and buried, I have this new fire lit under me. I just want to be my best, I want to be better. So regardless of how crap I feel in the morning, I'll get up and do my cardio. Regardless of how weak I feel in the gym, I'll make sure I give 110% and get the most out of my training. No matter how hungry I am, I will go and do my steps. I will have some extra water, I will maintain the plan. Digging deep, it's not meant to be easy, otherwise everyone would do it, everyone would be in shape and there wouldn't be no point in a competition. Like I've always said, I'm not there to take part, I'm not there just to do a show, I'm there to compete, I'm there to be my best, I'm there to prove to myself that I can do this as a career and prove to everyone else that their trust and their faith in me is not misguided or misplaced. I'm here to stay. I'm obviously not in yet to stay anywhere, but I'm going to prove that this is the right journey for me. That is that. I'm going to crack on and I'll catch you tomorrow where we go through my midweek kind of check-in with you, post cardio posing, and then that is that. I'll catch you then. Okay, right everyone, what is going on? Today is my rest day. I will be showing you my post-cardio shots on the screen. I woke up and I felt like crap. I'll be totally transparent with you. Cardio was horrible. About 20 minutes in, I felt like I was overheating. I felt like I was going hyper. I felt lethargic. I felt like I'm gonna pass out. But I just gripped my teeth, I bared it. I had just kept sipping on that water, hoping I wasn't going to throw up or pass out. We managed to get through it. And after a good 5 minutes of sitting down and resetting after that, I felt good. I did my posing rounds, and as I was getting back changed again, I was looking through them a bit and I thought, this is worth it. Obviously the struggle is hard, you're tired, you're hungry, you're empty and heavy at the same time. My legs feel so heavy 24/7 but so empty in terms of energy and strength, which is so like so juxtaposing and contradicting, but it's just how it is. I got that done, came home, I ate a meal, had a shower, chilled for another 90 minutes and then went back to the gym for my second round of cardio, because obviously it's a non-training day today, so I just do my cardio, my second cardio a little bit earlier than I would train to get the bulk of the work done early, so I can chill out the rest of the day and just focus on getting some steps around my meal times, just to keep that metabolism firing and keep using the nutrients that I'm putting in my body to help aid the fat loss, but also to help with recovery also. Spoke to Brad today. Obviously you'll see from the pictures my glutes are coming in nicely, my waist is not to be seen, which is great. My upper body is almost in, my lower back is almost in, my legs, my quads are obviously in, they look relatively lean when I'm like 100 kilos. So now I'm down to like 87 point something. I think I'm around 87 and a half. They're obviously going to be in. My hamstrings are getting there. In these photos, obviously I trained hamstrings yesterday, so they're going to be a little bit inflamed, holding a bit of water as they recover from the hamstring training. And my glutes are coming in. They're coming in. They're not in. They're not really near in, but they're further in than they were last time we did this. They're further in than they were yesterday, and they're going to be further in again tomorrow. The process is working. That is something that I'm happy with, the glutes coming in. Brad has given me some exercises just to get some extra blood flow to the glutes, train them a little bit more just to help that process along. Obviously you can't spot reduce body fat loss, but grow a little bit of muscle there. Obviously I'm a heavy squatter, I'm a heavy deadlifter, so glutes will be growing anyway, indirectly, but there's that extra bit of glute work around just how you do your abs like a few times a week. Just get extra work in. I'll probably do it after my leg day on Sunday. I'll just do, he wants me to do 3 by 20 to 25, just really squeezing at the top, making sure I'm driving around with my glutes on the hyperextensions, not my lower back, my erectors, not my hamstrings. Obviously they have to contribute somewhat, but really trying to emphasize the use of the glutes in those movements and keeping tension on them. I'll do it again on Tuesday after hamstrings. It only makes sense really. And then I'll do it again on Thursday after back. Obviously I pull off the floor, so that also makes sense. Obviously I did it today, first day, just get a grips of what it's like. Going again and do it tomorrow because I missed Tuesday, and then I'll restart that cycle I just mentioned on Sunday of doing it those days. Do it before I do my post-workout cardio. It makes sense as to when I'm doing the cardio afterwards with a little bit of blood flow in the glutes. It means I'm going to drive more with my glutes when I walk on the treadmill. As silly as that sounds, you're going to use the muscle more so, the ones that have blood in them and are pumped. So hopefully this will help to bring my glutes in. Only one way to find out, as well as the dieting. I'm just praying on food. I'll count down the seconds. That being said, I'm just about to have meal 3, which is 220 mints, 40 grams of raw weight rice, which is literally a mouthful, and 100 grams of beans. I'm gonna get that eaten, and I will catch you tomorrow. Like I said yesterday, I'm resetting most of my movements, so I'm not going to film too much. I'll film some of the compounds and I'll take you through some of the exercises. As on chest day, there's a new machine, there's the Gym Leco flat press that I want to use, so I'll get that filmed if I do end up using that, just to show you how it is, how I'm starting up on it. Obviously deadlifts tomorrow I'll film because I'm still progressing. I'm still trying out that new variation of controlling the eccentric, so I'm going to take a little low progression tomorrow, which goes against what I'm doing on the rest of the movements, but making sure that the movements that aren't suffering, I'm not just doing it for the sake of it, I'm taking back the movements that need to be taken back. So that is that, and I will catch you tomorrow. Right, what is going on everyone? We are back. It is Thursday. I am back from the gym. I've had my post-workout meal, 100 grams of green beans, 220 grams of cooked weight mince, and 40 grams of raw weight jasmine rice. You know the drill by now. So obviously Thursday we trained back today. Today I felt like crap, really empty and lethargic going into the gym, but I just got my head down and got it done. Deadlift went really well. I pulled 210. Like I said, I was going to take a low progression. I don't know if I got 4 or 5. I can't remember, but you will be seeing it on the screen view here, and I'll leave a little tag up top to let you know what I got. And I'll show you my row movement because my back was looking lean. So I wanted to do my upper back movement just so you can see the fibers and the muscle stretch out before I show you some of my pump shots. I was looking flat, but looking better. My waist is in, so my lats are actually looking good for a change, and those proportions are getting better. The X-frame is improving by the day, by the second. I walked past a mirror on the way to the toilet on the way out, and I saw my cheeks are in. Having this beard, it kind of masks the diet face. Have you ever seen a skeleton with a beard? No. So once this is gone, my face will look skeletal. However, I'm starting to see my cheeks now, the death cheeks. So that is a good sign. My glutes are looking even better. I did the thing that I told you about, that Brad told me to do. Did it yesterday and today. Like I said, I was going to do, and then I'll start my cycle on Sundays. The cycle being Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday, all being around hamstring or leg movements. Quads on Sunday, do it after that. Arms and hands on Tuesday, do it after that. Back on Thursday, do it after that. Just so that I'm not doing it and then going in and training the agonistic or muscle groups that are contributed to the glutes contribute to, sorry. If I did it on, like I know I did it yesterday and then trained today, but it was only the first time. But when they get a bit tighter after the increased frequency, going to deadlift with tighter glutes is not optimal, not as safe, and not most beneficial to me. Same being doing it on a Saturday and then going to do some heavy squats. not the best. And then Tuesday is just that middle ground in between before I go and have my rest day on Wednesday, and it translates well. But that is that. I am going to eat this, have a shower, edit this, do some more steps, have another meal, walk that meal down to keep my metabolism up. Then I've got a group call with Brad and some of the team. Have a little talk with Brad about my, sound like a midweek check-in, as well as the group call. I'll get in early and talk to him for a bit. And that is that. I will catch you tomorrow, chest day. You get to use that new gym leco press. I'm absolutely buzzing. I got this done before I had my post-workout meal because I know I'm going to crash after this when the pre-workout runs out. So I will catch you all tomorrow. Right, so today is Friday, wrapping up the week here. I just had my meal 4, so 220 cooked weight, chicken breast and 40 grams of cream of rice. I'm loving it because I have to really savor it, but it goes so quickly. Today obviously we train chest and traps, but you would have just seen the chest montage on the screen for this wrap up of the week and the vlog. So I'm just going to talk you through a few of the exercises, talk you through how everything's going. Obviously there's some new exercises, some new variations, some new techniques going down on that, and also missed out on exercise from filming. I was just too in the zone getting things done. So start off with the pec deck. What's happened with the pec deck is where people have been abusing it and not using it properly, it kind of broke a bit, so they've had to like tighten it up obviously to fix it, which has meant that it's obviously a lot stiffer than the last time I used it. So in terms of the training log and progression, it was a lot different. I didn't notice it as much during the lighter weights because this is an isolation exercise, obviously a warm-up exercise if you want to put it in quotes that way. So the first 3 sets are very far from failure. It's just feeling the muscle, feeling the movement, getting the right muscle groups, the pecs and not the delts or the triceps, warmed up ready for the chest day. But on my full set, which is one that is, it's almost a working set if my rep range was higher, so I'm doing 10 reps, I'll probably fail around 15 to 20, so around the 10 mark it starts to get hard. That's how I kind of program my pyramids. 3 warm-up sets, a hardish set where it begins to get hard, and then the top set. That set, it felt alright. The last 2 reps were hard. I thought, yeah, that's how it's supposed to be. But when I got to my top set weight, you'll see from the video I had to drop the weight, do a little drop set and get a couple more reps because oh my god, it was so stiff. It wasn't like previous weeks where my strength has dropped off and things have felt heavier. It was genuinely heavier and stiffer. It didn't move through the plane of movement as well. So obviously going forward from next week, we're just going to drop the weight a little bit and reset that. It's more like readjusting to the new weight added to the stiffness of the pec deck. Then we moved on to the gym leco press. First time using this machine, I was so excited to use it. New machine in the gym, absolutely love it. The way it drops off in the end range just works so well for the pec. You can really get that squeeze as it converges and really focus on squeezing because the weight is obviously going to get harder in this end range. So where the weight drop off on the resistance profile of the machine, you can really get that squeeze while keeping load in that length and range where it wants to be, especially for a chest pressing movement. So I was just finding out my rhythm here. My pressing movements on chest are generally a 3x10, 2x6, but I try and have my top set, the last 6, more of an 8, so like a 7 to 9 range. So I got 9, that gives me the right to go a bit heavier next week. So like I said, I absolutely love that. I switched it out for the prime press that I was using before. I love that as well, but you can't pass up on a bit of kit like that to try out, and it's definitely worth it. Then we moved on to the Smith press. I've been running Smith press for a good 3 weeks, I'd say now. But what I decided to do today, especially because we had a exercise beforehand that was more loaded in the length and range, is to use a dead stop technique just so I'm not relying on the bounce where I'm struggling in that length and range, and really make sure I'm pressing and keeping tension on the pecs as I push through each rep. So use a dead stop. It was insane. It is the best that Smith press has felt in so long, since I've come off that Cybex at my old gym Norton, since I've used the new Smith machines, best it's felt, and honestly insane. Did my second to last set because I wasn't sure that I was going to get it. I got 6 reps, but that 6th rep was a grinder, so I chucked on a 2.5 each side, 5 kilo jump, and got 4 reps. So what I will do is put that 80 kilos, which was set 4, to set 5, and put 70 kilos as my set 4, with a 65 as set 3 by 10, because the 70, the last reps, was also a grinder. So it's just about finding your rhythm on these new exercises. Like I said, new exercises in, new variations in, and all these different things mean you have to reset your numbers if you're following a logbook protocol style, especially as I'm dieting as well. I'm losing strength anyway, so you have to be more mindful of these things. Then we moved on to the Panata decline press, one of my favorite machines, my favorite machine for decline movements. And on the theme of idiots breaking machines, the left side was a lot tighter than the right side in the beginning, where someone's obviously let go of one side and this side's gone a bit wobbly at the start. You use the foot pad to push it out. The left side doesn't come out as far as the right side because the right side's looser. So once you're in there, it's fine, and the press is fine. It's just that beginning is a bit iffy. I got max reps, felt great. That last rep, you'll see on my face, I don't know if I left it in the montage, but I gave a funny look at the camera because, oh my god, we were in business. I then moved on to my tempo prime press. So the prime flat press, the pin loaded one, closer grip, focus on pushing my chest together before you even start the rep. Like I mentioned before, this is a good way to make sure you are using the muscle that you want to do on machines that do not necessarily align perfectly with the movement. Get that contraction so it's isometrically contracted without even beginning the press, then you're more likely to use it when you begin pressing. By tempo, I mean not only tempo on the way down, because that's what we do as bodybuilders, but also tempo on the concentric as well. Just really keeping constant pushing through both phases of contraction, and honestly it is an insane final exercise. I just forgot to film it, like I said, I was in the zone. Finish off with traps. I'll leave some of my posing pictures on the screen here. There's not many because I didn't do many shots. I just wanted to get my cardio done and get home. Obviously today's shave day. I am freshly shaven, ready for my check-in tomorrow and the start of next week's vlog, my 8 weeks out vlog. The time is flying by. I am so excited for my show, but I'm also starting to get nervous now. The time is only around the corner. Things are starting to get real up by the day. Yesterday I bought my stage photos ready for when it happens. So that's everything. Hotel, tickets, registration, tanning and photos all done now. Now it's just got to get up there and compete. I finished my step. Final meal of the day is going to be chicken and beans as always, and tomorrow hopefully we get a high day. I'm set base day, so medium days, Saturday and Sunday at the moment. But when I spoke to Brad yesterday, I told you we was going to be on a call with a group. When I spoke to him, he dropped the inkling of maybe refeeding me a little bit and having some high days, or at least a high day. So he's got my hopes up. Hopefully he doesn't break my heart. But that is going to end the video for this week. I hope you did enjoy him. If you did, be sure to leave a like on this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, click that notification bell so don't miss when we upload. The weekly vlogs coming on Wednesdays, complimentary videos coming on Saturdays tomorrow, and I don't have a video. I was thinking of maybe going through like a prep review, how everything's changed during my prep, as well as maybe adding some things in depending on how things go. If not, I'll get something out on Sunday, but the 2 uploads a week are still happening regardless. That's why I need the notifications on, because if I do miss that Saturday, it'll be on Sunday. You just need to be there and find out when. Leave a comment down below, anything you want to see in addition to these videos, and I will catch you all next week. I'm out.